CS1, Tammy Cowins testified that she became a government informant to give the Meech Slinger a time cut. And we said, whoa, you serious? So then she further testified that he was aware of the deal. Special Agent Keith Cromer testified that Flannery was aware of the deal. Flannery just wanted to make sure that his name wasn't in any court documents.
So that's some typical rat shit. I'm a rat and tell you everything you need to know. Just don't put me on blast.
Yeah, man, listen, man, this shit's simple, man. This shit ain't that complicated, man. This nigga called me in 2013, a nigga called me. Yo, bro, what up? Yo, check this out. I got some good people, man. Yo.
Welcome to On Go. You already know the vibe. You already know the vibe. We are back with another one. We are going to be going into CUFFY GATLING's co-defendant, Lorenzo GIBBS paperwork. Andre Rush snitched. CUFFY pleads guilty. And Tammy Cowins lies. So we got Tammy Cowins lies, right? Why we say she lied? We know she switched the affidavits at least 2 times at least, besides the first thing she did. Besides anything else, do I have to mention that? Okay, cool. Let's move forward. So now we got Andre Rush snitched. We heard CUFFY mention that one of his co-defendants, right, got him caught up on some statements. I was wondering which co-defendant it could be. So I've been narrowing it down. I went through Timothy Lamont Rush. It wasn't him. I went down Lorenzo GIBBS alley. It wasn't Lorenzo. But in Lorenzo's paperwork, we find some really, really good things. So I want y'all to rock out with us. I'm about to screen share some of this to y'all. I just want to make sure my sound and everything is good, because the way these programs work, trust me, I know how these programs work. So y'all just rock out with me, and I'm going to share. Salute. All right, so boom. So for me to share this file to y'all, somebody drop something in there. Salute. Well, right, so, okay. So for me to share. All right, cool. I just want to make sure my sound is good and we're all good. Okay, cool. Yeah, we live, bro. We live. I know he probably popped in, popped out. You know what I'm saying? Because I just did the video like that. You know what I mean? In a way, I did that. That's for the people on the rewatch. Is why I put that CUFFY thing there in the beginning. You know, I start my things different with the theme of my song in the beginning. But it's all good. Shout out to everybody in the building. You know, this is a paperwork read, as you can see. So when we join in these paperwork reads, I need y'all to like. This is serious. I need y'all to like, because I'm reading. That's first of all. And I'm not going to be telling y'all to like. So I need y'all to just join and like, because what we're going to be going through today is, again, I'm going to go through, but now this time I'm going to share Lorenzo GIBBS paperwork to you so you can see for yourself how this whole thing kind of transpired, how the whole setup happened with the DEA and this reverse sting operation. You'll see, you know what I mean, Tim Rush, and you'll see Lorenzo GIBBS and their connection with Gatling. I think it's Gatling's over here, right? And you'll see a few things in that. Did CUFFY debrief as well? I don't know what level he debriefed. And just because you debrief and people are talking about something, that don't mean you told people and you snitched. It could come and ask me about debriefing. Let's say I was in a war in the army and they want me to debrief me about some shit. But they debriefed me, but fuck, I might have talked to them about some fluff shit, some regular round shit, but I didn't talk about nothing that's of any value. So it's to what level you could debrief too. So, you know what I mean? When we hear the word debrief, you just think a nigga person just did things. But, you know, it depends on what level you doing shit. To me, I think so. Me personally. But man, we're not doing that today. But I think so, though. You know what I'm saying? When you look at it, you know what I mean? But if you in there telling niggas everything, you did more than debrief, nigga. You done fucking spilled the whole beans, nigga. Fucking me debrief. But we even using that word, nigga. You spilled the beans, nigga. That's the word. Fuck. But yeah, shit real. Do I got this shared to there? For me to share this is gonna be. I'm gonna figure this out. I want you. Look, I'm gonna share it first, right? Because I'm gonna share my whole screen, right? So I want to make sure that y'all seeing the whole thing that I'm about to show y'all. All right. Well, so when I do it, I'm gonna share it and then I'm gonna put it there because I'm not gonna be there. Cause I'm sharing my screen, so I'm gonna go in the back of it, and then I'm gonna come back and then you tell me if y'all seeing the whole thing and how if you seeing like the full screen of it because I want to make sure y'all can see the paperwork. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm gonna be behind the screen. That's why I want everybody that joins this stream right here, whether now or in the future when you're watching this stream, just drop a like on it. Right, boom. So let me try to do this. Right, so boom. I'm going to maximize this. Right. All right, cool. So then, hold up, y'all. Then I'm gonna bring up this. Right. So look, I brought up something right there. I want to know, do y'all see that on the full screen? Right in the chat right now, because I'm reading it. Oh, yeah, I can see it right now. I just looked. I got it. I got it. I got it. Cool. So we're going to do it like this, y'all. All right. So the first beginning was a little fluff. So some people came and left. It's all good. Appreciate you. Love you. You'll be back. Okay, cool. So look, all right, cool. And y'all can see it right. Let me scroll it. Let me see how y'all looking. I just want to make sure we're on time. I want to see if y'all see it scrolling. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see it scrolling. Cool. All right. This is how we going to do this, y'all. You know, I love y'all. No, I love y'all. Nobody seen this. Nobody ain't reading this. Everybody acting like they know it work, but they ain't reading this shit. They only reading Cuffy shit. But this is Cuffy shit too. It's Lorenzo Gibbs. Okay, so we're getting into right now. Lorenzo Gibbs, Cuffy Gatling's co-defendant. All right. So I'm gonna start it from the memoranda. I'll read it off for y'all. We're gonna break it down. I think it's just like 27 pages. Shit's crazy. It's late night too. It's crazy. It's 145, 154. All right, cool. Lorenzo Gibbs was arrested by the DEA at a gas station on February 18th, 2013. He was acting as a lookout while Tim Rush was attempting to pick up cocaine for Dion Gatlin. After being released later that day, Mr. Gibbs and Tim Rush met with Gatlin near the Chipotle on Grand Avenue to report what had happened. Other than a traffic ticket in 2016, there is no evidence that Mr. Gibbs engaged in any criminal conduct for the past 6+ years. Today, Mr. Gibbs is 51 years old, and as one criminal history point, his only countable conviction is a DWI from 2010 in which he was in possession of 55 grams of marijuana. His punishment was a fine. He has no warrants, no pending charges, and no other criminal conduct. The February 18, 2013 drug deal was a setup. The drugs were fake. The man selling the drugs to Gatlin was an undercover DEA task force officer from Atlanta. The delivery driver was an undercover TFO from St. Louis who had happened to be certified to drive a tractor trailer. The February 18 deal came on the heels of another fake reverse drug deal on February 7 in Memphis. Both deals arose from a February 2nd, 2013 meeting between Gatlin and the undercover task force officer. That's what TFO means, task force officer from Atlanta. Gatlin lied to the task force officer, boasting that he owned St. Louis and could sell any amount of drugs and have all the money in a couple of days. Again, they say Gatlin lied to the officer, boasting that he owned St. Louis and could sell any amount of drugs and have all of the money in a couple of days. The TFO, also lying, told Gatlin that his cartel was making millions each month and could supply whatever drugs Gatlin wanted with no money down. The Atlanta task force officer, right, TFO, soon made a deal to front Gatlin 2 kilograms of heroin, which were to be picked up in Memphis on February 7th. The Atlanta task force officer even agreed to loan Gatlin a Cadillac Escalade, which had a secret compartment to hide the fake drugs. Gatlin would leave the undercover agents with only a 10-year-old Toyota Camry with over 120,000 miles on it in exchange for 110,000 worth of heroin and a $60,000 Escalade. Right? So we're here now. If you're just joining in, we're here. Right? Boom. I'm gonna take my time. You know I can read fast all this shit. I'm gonna take my time and read this shit. Little 27 pages. Fuck it. I'm gonna read it. Right? So make sure we all get this shit. On February 7th, Gatlin did not pick up the heroin himself. He sent Lorenzo Gibbs and Tim Rush to Memphis to get the fake drugs. Tim Rush drove the Toyota Camry to Memphis with Mr. Gibbs in the passenger seat. Mr. Gibbs called the agents for directions once or twice as they arrived in Memphis. When Gibbs and Rush arrived at the meeting place, the agents offered to show them how to open the secret hiding place. Mr. Gibbs declined and asked the agents if they could give him a ride to the airport, and the agents declined. Tim Rush drove away in the Escalade. Hold on 1 second. Let me check on this. Make sure. My sound is good though, right, y'all? The last thing I want to be doing is reading this shit. And then next thing you know, I'm reading this shit and then I can't even hear shit or some dumb shit. Man. Yeah. All right, cool. Y'all hear it. I got it. Just making sure. Cool. Everybody that joined, just drop a like on the way in. It's all good. Even if it's a couple of us here, this is for us because we want the information. So I'm not doing it for no clout. Us, couple of people is going to get this information. And I'm going to literally read all these pages just for you. Oh, my mother. Swear to God. Boom. So now I'm going to start it from right on February 7th, right on the top, right? I think so. I don't know. I think I passed that. No, I didn't. I'm starting on the top anyway. Fuck that. You heard? Cool. On February 7th, Gatlin did not pick up the heroin himself. He sent Lorenzo Gibbs and Tim Rush to Memphis to get the fake drugs. Tim Rush drove the Toyota Camry to Memphis with Mr. Gibbs in the passenger seat. Mr. Gibbs, okay, I think I spoke and said it earlier today. I think he was driving in the Escalade in that part. So if I did, I may have smoked a little wrong. I don't know. Did I? Because I think I said the Escalade and not the Camry, but it doesn't matter. You know, it's just so much paperwork rereading. Just making sure. Boom. Tim Rush to Memphis to get the fake drugs. Tim Rush drove the Toyota Camry to Memphis with Mr. Gibbs in the passenger seat. Mr. Gibbs called the agent for directions once or twice as they arrived in Memphis. When Gibbs and Rush arrived at the meeting place, the agents offered to show them how to open a secret hiding place. Mr. Gibbs declined and asked the agents if they could give him a ride to the airport, and the agents declined. Tim Rush drove away in the Escalade. Okay, I remember the Escalade, so I was right. In the Escalade, and Mr. Gibbs was last seen walking towards an IHOP. No one bothered to follow Mr. Gibbs, right? So now we're here. Tim Rush was stopped on his trip home. The fake drugs and Escalade were seized. The Atlanta TFO demanded that Gatlin make things right. Remember the guy that was supposed to be like a regular drug guy, but he's a Fed. He's an actual agent, right? So the TFO agent demanded that Gatlin make things right for the 170,000, which is the 110 in drugs, and the $60,000 Escalade's value. In the Memphis loss, they demanded the money, but Gatlin did not have it. They asked for $5,000, and Gatlin did not have it. They asked for another vehicle as collateral, and Gatlin did not have it. So the undercover agents agreed to give Gatlin even more drugs to allow him to work off the debt over time. They agreed to supply Gatlin with 10, I think I said 15 at the time, so much numbers in my head, 10, with 10 kilograms of cocaine. This later increased to 15. But yeah, that was right. My bad. I'm sorry. Just making sure. Look, see, I got so much paperwork. I said the 15 earlier. I'm like, it was 15, right? I'm reading it correctly. But both times I said it right and I was right. So it's like, I just want to make sure I'm right and I'm correct because I'm not trying to fluff this shit up, right? So boom. This later increased to 15 kilograms when the agents realized that they had the extra 5 kilos. Exactly. They had the extra 5 kilograms of sham. Listen, y'all, sham cocaine, fake drugs. Okay. So the agents is about to sell these niggas some fake drugs. Okay, cool. So look how this shit plays out. People, y'all, everybody drop a like that's here. Now, if it's 11 people here, I need to see them likes. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this. Like, and let's do this. Let's do this thing the right way. We are building a system of supporting and showing each other love as well. I'm showing you something that these niggas don't want to show you. They're lying to you or fronting to you and act like they fucking masters of information and they're not. That's why I want to give everyone the information. So you're all smart like me and everybody else is smart. Simple. This is how we're going to do this thing. Okay. So let us see the likes going up. Everybody that reached this point, y'all just drop a like at this point and I will not stop. I'm going to do this for us because we're going to get through this paperwork because watch, we're going to learn some shit in this thing right here. Watch, we're all going to learn it. We're like, you know what, Uda, you're damn sure right. And I'm going to say, you know what? All praise be to the Most High God because it ain't about me. Boom. So look, they got the sham cocaine, right? Boom. As noted above, because they mentioned something earlier, Gibbs and Rush were again sent. See, they went twice. Like I said earlier today, I was making sure. Boom. Gibbs and Rush were again sent to pick up the fake drugs and were both arrested. Mr. Gibbs received nothing in exchange for his actions on February 7 and 18, except this indictment. Okay, look at now. Look at where we going, y'all. No actual drugs were seized from any of the defendants. No weapons were seized. No money was seized. A base offense level of 32 is achieved by converting, listen, a base offense level is achieved by converting the 2 kilograms of fake heroin into, no, the 2 fake kilograms of fake heroin and the 15 kilograms of fake cocaine to 5 kilograms of converted drug weight. See how they did that? While it is possible to minimize the significance of the DEA's efforts to sell fake drugs to a man who drove an old Toyota and had no money, the same cannot be said of the murders of Terrence Morgan and Theodis Howard. However, it is undisputed Mr. Gibbs had nothing to do with those murders. In contrast, Gatling's brutality is manifest in the information revealed in Andre Rush's confession, right? In Andre Rush's confession, right? Hold up. In Andre Rush's confession. Let me check my baby. Hold up, y'all. Damn dog barking on types of shit. Damn dog. Hold up. How do I do this? Wait a minute. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah, I see it, right? Let me make sure y'all can see it. Hold up. Okay, cool. We back. But maybe make sure my sound is on. Hold up. The fuck was that? My sound's on? Okay, cool. Let me make sure my sound's on. My dog over here barking, all types of shit going on. I'm like, what the hell, nigga? I'm trying to read something, nigga. It's all good. We're gonna get through this paperwork because I'm gonna read it again tomorrow anyway. So you can read it clear, but I'm just gonna take my time and we're gonna break this shit down just a little bit. Just real quick, y'all. Watch. Boom. So we see it again, right? All right, cool now. So I'm gonna start back on this page again because we got new people in the chat with us. Salute to everybody that's dropping likes. I appreciate y'all. Trust me, I do. But watch, we're gonna learn what the hell's going on because I want y'all all to be smart. Y'all viewers. We are all viewers, bro. Nobody's better than nobody. We watching people on platforms acting like they're professionals in this shit. Nobody's professionals, bro. We all learning. And we just all got to get the information. That's how we all gonna be smarter. So even if you leaning on this side or that side, Cuffy or Meech, it don't matter. We gonna get the information, and that may strengthen your argument, maybe, or it may break it down. Who knows? But at least you get the information, not my own fucking thought or what I think in my own damn head, right? So boom. So while it is possible to minimize, I'm going to read now, right? So while it is possible to minimize the significance of the DEA's effort to sell fake drugs to a man who drove an old Toyota and had no money, the same cannot be said of the murders of Terrence Morgan and Theodis Howard. However, it is undisputed Mr. Gibbs had nothing to do with those murders. In contrast, Gatling's brutality is manifest in the information revealed in Andre Rush's confession that Gatling had planned to murder Gibbs next. You know what I mean? Gibbs is his man. Murder Gibbs next, not because of anything his friend of nearly 30 years had done, but because Gatling was worried that he might talk to the police. Mr. Gibbs attended over a dozen court proceedings, including several, I want to put myself on the side right here, but I don't want to be there. Let me see. Hold on, wait a second. Where am I at on the screen? I'm there. Oh, because I want it to be full. That's why I'm doing this, right? All right, cool. It's all good. All right, cool. All right, cool. I can stop my game. It's all good. My dog barking, baby crying. That's what it's gonna be. Hold up. Where's the It's because I'm sharing it through all my. Okay, y'all in the chat there. Okay, cool. See, I'm not even seeing the chat because I gotta screen share my whole screen just to show you this. All right, cool. Okay, look now. Boom. This is where we're at. All right. Don't matter if I'm taking my time. It's all right. Some people like, I fight this thing. All right. I don't care. Bye. Boom. Mr. Gibbs attended over a dozen court proceedings, including several day-long hearings in which he sat across the table from the men who had planned to kill him. Mr. Gibbs was the only one of the four defendants to leave the courtroom each day. He was often surrounded by friends and family of Gatlin and the Rush brothers. So it's like so as I'm reading this paper, I'm like, he ain't snitched then because they saying he was often surrounded by friends and family. It don't seem like it's negative of Gatlin and the Rush brothers. That's his three co-defendants, the two brothers and Gatlin, who no doubt wondered why Mr. Gibbs walked free while their loved ones were hauled away by the marshals. There is a strong inference that the tremendous stress of the situations over the past 5 years has taken a substantial toll on Mr. Gibbs' health. Mr. Gibbs has suffered a massive massive stroke. I could make sure I can hear my damn self. This should be bugging. He has suffered a massive strokes and serious heart problems during this time. His mental health has also suffered. Although I have represented Mr. Gibb for over 4 years, he has on at least one occasion been unable to remember my name after coming to my office for a meeting I personally scheduled with him. In June of 2018, Mr. Gibbs could not even remember the Judge Mensa's name or where her courtroom was located, even though he attended over 24 hours of hearings in that courtroom. Mr. Gibbs is fortunate to be living with his daughter and granddaughter. However, he can only remember one way to get home. Although Mr. Gibbs has lived in Missouri since college, home for Mr. Gibbs has always been his mom's house in Detroit. The court has repeatedly allowed Mr. Gibbs to return to Detroit to visit his mother for her birthday, holidays, and tragically, his sister's funeral last July. A person can simply cross a bridge from Detroit to Canada. However, Mr. Gibbs returned every time without incident. Lorenzo has a wonderful relationship with his mother. She always made sure he lived in a good neighborhood so he could attend good schools, even if that meant doing without or not paying an electric bill. His relationship with his father and stepfather were less than desirable. His father spent Lorenzo's formative years in prison for manslaughter, leaving him to be raised by his adoptive father, James Gibbs. Lorenzo did not even know he was adopted until he was 7 and met his biological father. James Gibbs had 8 children who Lorenzo never met until James's funeral in 1987. Unlike his father and stepfather, Lorenzo has a good relationship with both of his adult children. Lorenzo plans to continue living with his daughter and granddaughter to help support the family with his work in the music business. Mr. Gibbs is asking this court to give him a chance to remain home with his family for more than 5 years. Mr. Gibbs has proven his ability to comply with the rules. While on release, he quit using drugs after his arrest in 2014, not only to comply with his bond conditions, but also